Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. I am Ryan Bolin. Thank you all for joining me. So, Google is facing some serious backlash. And why are they facing this backlash? Because they have created a AI chat box. I think this is pretty new. I've never heard of it. But evidently they've created an AI, intelligence chat box, which is coming under some strong criticism from its users. And the reason for that is because when users try to type in historical data and so forth and historical occurrences that have happened in America, what this AI generated program does is it gives the politically correct answer, but inaccurate historical facts. In other words, to put it to you another way, it's just like if you see my a thumbnail picture, okay, this person is a black person, but you can tell that this black face is replacing someone who obviously was white. This is what kills me about the left. I don't want to go over myself because I'm gonna talk about that later. But they just ticks me off when they do this. But evidently, there's a mishap here. There's a problem here with this so-called artificial intelligence chat box. So we're gonna get right into this article, and I'm going to give you my full commentary. Yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. It's silly, and it ought not be. So Google's latest AI chatbot, Gemini, is facing backlash for generating politically correct but historically inaccurate images in response to user prompts. As users probe how woke the masters of the universe have gone with their new tool, Google has been forced to apologize for, quote, offering inaccuracies in some historical image generation depictions. And let me say this very quickly. It's hard for me to believe that the designers of this AI program didn't know what they were doing. Stop it. You're creating technology, and you mean to tell me that you didn't know that you was creating these kind of images? Stop it, man. Just stop it. But let's go on. Let's see what this has to say here. Since the New York Post reports that Google's highly touted AI chatbox Gemini has come under fire this week for producing ultra woke and factually incorrect images when asked to generate pictures. Prompts provided to the chat box yielded bizarre results like a female pope, black Vikings, and gender-swapping versions of famous paintings and photographs. This is ridiculous, man. People are trying to find the truth, and you coming up with all this nonsense. When asked by the Post to create an image of a pope, Gemini generated photos of a Southeast Asian woman and a black man dressed in papal vestments, despite the fact that all 266 popes in history have been white men. Why would you do that? That's a lie historically. Let's go on. Unbelievable, man. A request for depictions of the founding fathers signing the Constitution in 1789 resulted in images of racial minorities partaking in a historic event. According to Gemini, the edited photos were meant to, quote, provide a more accurate and inclusive representation of the historical context. When you hear that term inclusive, you know that's from the left. And listen, folks, if you're from the left, I say this before, but if you're from the left and you're liberal and you're watching this video, I'm not talking about you. Clearly, you're not the one that's creating these AI programs. Because if you were, you wouldn't be bothering to watch my videos, my little videos. I'm practically unknown. Why would you be bothering? I'm talking about the people at the top, okay? The left at the top. They do stupid stuff like this, okay? They do dumb stuff like this. They do. Whenever I hear the term inclusive, I know they're finna mess up something, and they usually always do. If you want to be inclusive, don't lie. Just tell the truth. Don't lie. Don't mix it up. Don't gender swap. It's stupid. It's stupid, man. It makes no sense whatsoever. You can't justify it except the fact to say that you're just trying to cause chaos. Okay. The strange behavior sparked outrage among many who blasted Google for programming politically correct parameters into the AI tool. Social media users had a field day testing the limits of Gemini's progressive bias, asking it to generate characters like Vikings, none of which were historically accurate and regularly depicted, quote, diverse versions of requests. And if you look at the article, you got looks like this one particular person, I guess This is a black Abraham Lincoln or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what this is, but it's silly. It's silly. It's really silly. How many of these images and these photos and so forth. I wish I could show you guys this. I really do wish I could show you guys this. Let me just see if I could. Let me see something here. Let me see. I'm going to try to see if I could show you guys this. Let me see. Nah, it didn't work. I tried to show you guys, but it's crazy, man. If you just check the article out and you'll see for yourself. Yeah, it's just crazy. Google Gemini's woke behavior goes far beyond its curious effort at diversity. For example, one user demonstrated that it would refuse to produce an image in the style of artist Norman Rockwell because his painting were too pro-American. Unbelievable, right? Another user showed that the AI image tool would not produce a picture of a church in San Francisco. This is crazy because it felt it would be offensive to Native Americans, despite the fact that San Francisco has many churches. Look, that's about it right there. I'm just all I'm going to read right there. Apparently, Google is trying to fix the problem. They decided to go and they're trying to rectify the problem. They're trying to fix the problem, right? But like I said earlier, it's hard for me to believe that those who created this AI program didn't know what they were doing. Maybe Google hired, and it makes sense because Google is full of lefties, radical lefties, full of these kind of people that produce this kind of nonsense. So it would make sense that they would create an AI program that would generate these inaccuracies, okay? These photos that are gender swapping and all this other stuff. Here's my thing on this. Here's my thing. This is like I said, this is one of the things that bothers me about the liberal establishment, okay? Not liberals in general for the most part, but the liberal establishment, the hierarchy. They claim they're all about black this, black that, black this, native this, native this, native. I don't see why people don't see this hypocrisy with them. They're yick and yak about all of this diversity and inclusion and stuff, but yet they never do it right. And what I mean by that is, if you want to, let's just deal with Black history here. Since this is Black history, right? It's supposed to be Black History Month, right? Which is supposed to be, from what I understand, the celebration and recognition of blacks in America, okay? And the things that they have done and have contributed to in America, whether it's towards black people and all people. That's what Black history, from what I understand, is supposed to be about, right? So instead of recognizing, okay, the liberal establishment, instead of them recognizing that reality, what do? They do stupid stuff like this. But they'll be the first to talk about celebrating diversity and inclusion in Black history. They'll be the first to talk about that, right? I'll tell you why they do that. Because the left, the left establishment, and this is my personal opinion based on my readings and studies on communism and Marxism, they're Marxists. The purpose isn't to recognize Native Americans and their contributions. The purpose isn't to recognize black people and their contributions to anything. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to foster confusion and foster division in order to bring about a revolution. I know people say you tend to repeat yourself, Mr. Bolin, but I repeat this kind of stuff because I believe personally that is the objective. It's hard for me to believe that the liberal establishment is not doing this on purpose, because anyone with common sense should be able to see that this is not Black history. This is not Native history. This is not any of this. This is fostering division. You do not take, for example, the whole idea of the AI program, Gemini, when they talk about, showing different popes and so forth. Why would you make the popes Asian or black or why would you paint pictures of that pope as an Asian? But when as according to the article, all 266 of them were white. Why would you do that? Why would you swap the gender? Why would you swap the races? Just tell the truth. That's all you need to do. Most people will recognize how dumb and stupid and how much of a lie that actually is. At least most people that haven't been brainwashed by the liberal establishment, they will see that right off the bat. They'll say, man, come on, knock it off. If you want to be, see, I'm trying to say this in a nice way because I cannot stand liars, especially in positions of authority, because they have control over the establishment. They have control over the institutions that influenced us the most. The educational institutions, the entertainment industry, politics, religion. They have control over these institutions, so they are able to color, or rather influence, people's perceptions of everything. And that's one of the reasons why they're coming against people like myself and others who are showing the other side. Because we showing the other side. We showing, wait a minute, hold it, something's not right here. I get crucified and hated on and others get crucified and hated on for telling the truth, but it's the truth. It is what it is. People can take it or leave it. But anyway, this is a bunch of bull crap, man. It's a bunch of bull crap. If it's Black History Month, like everybody acknowledges it is in America, just celebrate Black History Month. If someone puts in the so-called AI generated chat box where, you know what, show me this or show me that, and give me, just tell them the truth. Just tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Don't you being woke is going to wake up other people. In other words, and I think you know what I'm talking about. The elites, the ones on top of the pyramid, the liberal elites, because they're so woke, they're going to end up waking up everybody else. And what I mean by that is not waking them up with their bull crap, but waking everybody up to their stupidity and their Marxist ideology. People with a brain who hasn't come under that mind control concept will say, wait a minute, something's not right here. Something's not right here. You keep mixing up history. You keep twisting history. It's sad when you want to know about history and you can't even find out what history is about. That's why, when you, in terms of Googling it, it's sad that you can't even Google historical factual data and get the truth. It's sad. And my suggestion to most people is simply buy historical books, man. Buy the books, buy the DVDs or whatever. Get physical copies of it. Maybe people say, I don't like to read, but that's all right. You're going to have to learn how, because eventually down the line, all the reading in books are going to be banned. You mark my word. I might not be here when it happens, but books specifically, and especially the Bible, will be banned. They're going to be banned. They're going to be banned, and you want to have a way of buying any of them. So it's best to buy history books right now. Get a hold of them right now so that you don't have to worry about it. So you can hide them when the Gestapo, if you will, when the police that work for the federal government start storming people's houses and looking for paraphernalia and stuff that they're hiding. I'm just saying. But here, let's start summing this up, man. No, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. And Google supposedly says we're going to straighten this up. We're going to get this together. We're going to fix this. Okay, we're going to fix this. But let me sum it up by saying simply, it's just silly, it's crazy. And I can spot this a mile away when the liberal elites push this kind of agenda. If this is Black history, talk about Black history. Recognize Blacks in America in the past who have contributed to Blacks and all of Americans at some point in history, rather than lie about history, rather than take somebody Black or Asian or whatever or Indian and place of a white person. Why do that? What sense does that make? It makes no sense at all. Now somebody said, well, you know, they did it with the other way around. I don't know nothing about that. I never heard or seen anything about that. You know, I can see right now that this is what the liberal establishment is doing. They're trying to foster division. I'm telling you, folks, don't fall for it. It's a lie straight from the pits of hell. It's all designed to keep us angry and frustrated and mad at each other, especially white people. You say, wait a minute, Mr. Bowl, how you say that? Because by trying to wipe out your history or the history of your people, they're trying to make you angry. But, you can't get angry because you racist. Your people are racist. You inherently racist. You can't get angry. Black people, they have a right to be angry because they're descendants of slave masters and they're descendants of slaves, and they have a right to be angry. I'm not angry. Because you want to know why I'm not angry? Because I didn't have the experience of the slaves. I didn't have the experience of those people that were coming up in the early 1900s. That is not my experience. Okay, never has been my experience. I may have had one or maybe two or three incidences where I may have perceived it was race related. That was it. I'm 54 years old. Okay, so clearly, I'm not going to walk around with a chip on my shoulder, acting like the whole world is against me and all white America just hates me. And they just don't love me and I'm oppressed. And every time I try to put one foot forward, they try to take me back. But when someone asks me, can you give me an example? I can't give the example because it's a bunch of bull crap. It's a lie. It's a lie. So I'm not going to walk around with a chip on my shoulder. I'm not going to do it because I didn't have that experience. And even if I did have that experience, what should I do about it? Should I cry out to the government? Oh my God, government, help me. Well, the government, the one put you in the position to begin with. Why would you go to the racist government to help you when they're the ones put you in that position to begin with? When they're the ones brainwash you to believe that you are oppressed to begin with? What kind of sense does that make? None. But anyway, going off into a tantrum there. No, I wouldn't go for that. I wouldn't fall for that. Yeah. We supposed to be descendants of, we're descendants of slaves, and we got to walk, and we got to walk around with an attitude and a chip on our shoulder and all this kind of stuff. No. I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for that at all. But yeah, man, this is crazy. Just tell the truth, okay? Just tell the truth. That's all you need to do, and we'll all be better off for it. So that's what I had to say about that. I mean, yeah, guys, what do you think about this AI generated program? Do you think this was planned? Do you think the ones that created this AI generated program or Gemini, do you think they did that on purpose? In my opinion, I think they did. I think they did. It was not a mistake. I think they did it on purpose to cause and foster division. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.